Hey, y'all, listen. I don't know what's going on tonight, but it's storming in New Jersey. It is storming so bad in New Jersey that I had to move out my kitchen. And you know, my kitchen is my comfort zone, okay? I had to move out my kitchen because when I was doing a live with Royer, the rain was pounding on the window so bad. I was like, if we do this live tonight and I'm sitting next to this window, even though the rain seemed like it calmed down, I said, they're not going to be able to hear me. And I had to move stuff around, shake, rattle, and roll just so I could do this live in my dining room. So Diva's live from her dining room, okay? But I feel lost because I'm used to, doing my live in my kitchen. But anywho, we're going to keep it going. We got to keep it moving. Okay, it's trending topics. It's Monday night. Listen, y'all, we in the building, okay? And I'm glad to see y'all here, but y'all know the routine. If y'all did not hit that like button on the way in, please hit it now. Hit the like button, okay? And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Listen, people, tonight, and I gotta fix my title. Tonight, title should be Family Matters. Family Matters with an S on the end. I'll fix it later. Listen, I'm gonna give y'all a trigger warning ahead of time because it deserves a trigger warning because a lot is going on. A lot is going on. You have this Columbus short, and he had trouble in the past. If I'm not mistaken, now y'all gonna be shocked, but I was not a big watcher of the show Scandal. My girlfriend used to beat me up all the time. Girl, you gotta watch it. It's so good. Blah blah blah. I just happened to not get into it. Just like I happened to not get into Power. Not saying that I didn't like it. I just didn't get on that wave with everybody else. And by the time everybody told me to get on the wave, it was so many seasons in. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch up. So I didn't get on that way, but I believe he's from that show, and I believe Columbus Short he had issues with the DV a long time ago. Well, I believe somebody filed for divorce in this situation. And he called the wife crazy the other day, but then the wife, she came back. She clapped back. Are people delusional? Because people be keeping the receipts now. So the wife clapped back. She came with the receipts. And with the receipts, she's showing all type of bruises everywhere, saying that he put his hands on her. Now, I know y'all into getting the monsters off the street. And everybody wants Diddy to stay locked up for life because they feel like once he's off the street, the world would be a safer place. Well, y'all got a whole bunch of people y'all need to get off the streets if you want the world to be a safer place. These pictures look brutal. And she's saying he had something to kill her and he put his hands on her. So we got to talk about that, y'all. Trigger warning. That's all I'm telling y'all. If tonight's not your night, I understand because there's a lot going on, but it's trending topics and we have to talk about it. Because at the end of the day, with all of these stories, when we see the warning signs, when we see the red flags, you got to pay attention to the red flags. You were given intuition and instinct for a reason. Pay attention. And I keep telling y'all, the history of these men matter. If he beat the ex-girlfriend and the girlfriend before that and the one before that, there's a 99.9% chance you're going to get a beat down too. Why would you sign up for that? So their past matters. Then we're going to get into this Brooklyn Brawl Over a Parking Space. Now y'all know me here in my humble townhouse. One of my criteria was I don't have a driveway, and I think I told y'all that many times, but I do have a parking space. I got one. Uno. So my son, every night he come home, he got to find a free parking space. I got one parking space. That's it, and that's all. But I needed at least one or a driveway. But when I was purchasing my home, I couldn't find a townhouse in my price range that had a driveway. So I had to take what I got. Got a parking space. But when you live in the city, parking spaces are hard. And so sometimes people out there, you don't own the street, but some people feel they have the right to put cones or put a trash can or put something in the parking space so that when they come home, they have someplace to park. So there was a cone or garbage can or something in the parking space. Girlfriend came, she came home, she saw that was the only space. She said she drove around, and finally told the guy, listen, you got to move that garbage can because I'm going to park there. A fight broke out. It got nasty. They was calling each other racial names on both sides. Somebody got arrested. Now people are getting unaliving threats. And now the people that put their hands on the girl that was trying to get the parking space, now they're apologizing. They sorry for what they did. See, you know what? That's why, you got to be calm. Because you could do something and that one thing in 2.2 seconds can destroy the rest of your life. You got that. Remember the kid? Because I think they charged him with M, not Mr. Manslaughter, because there's a difference when it comes to the time. The young teenager, they was at some sporting event for the school. He unalived the other teenager. So a 2.2 second decision of you to take this thing out your bag that you probably should have never had in the first place tonight, and then you take somebody's life, and now your life is destroyed too. It's over. Your life is over because of a split-second decision. So this Brooklyn Brawl over a parking space, now you getting on, and trust me, it's dead wrong for whoever's giving them these threats. But now you're getting all kinds of threats over a parking space. And then I don't know if y'all heard of this story. It was the creators of Credit Chance. A couple, never married. They built a company together. And there's so many moving parts to this story. You got to work with me because it's her side, it's his side, and somewhere in the midst of that is the truth. This couple never married. And listen, when I have these conversations over here, it is never to diminish or make anybody feel bad. And that's why I repeat to you 1,000 times, I got a kid and I was never married. So I'm definitely not coming down on anybody. But see, you got to learn lessons and teach lessons. Why would I want anybody to walk the same road that I walk if that road is painful? As a good person, you always going to have the opportunity to do whatever you want. But as a person, I got to say to you, listen, I went down that road. It's horrible. Don't go down that road if you don't have to. So they were never married, had a baby, and built a company together. Shared joint accounts. Let me tell you what Diva ain't never, ever, and let me put a ever going to do. If you are not my husband, you did not put a ring on it. There is no way on the face of this earth am I sharing any type of bank account with you. Your name will not be on my account. You will not have the passwords to my account. I'm not playing house. You know, my grandmother back in the day said, you don't play house. If they want you, let them marry you. If they don't, then no. But don't be playing house. So long story short, because we'll get more into it when we talk about it, I bring the panel up. She went to the barbershop. She unalived him and then unalived herself, and they got a young baby, and he got about, I don't know, according to who maybe you speak to, about 8, 9 other kids. So now you got parentless children, and they're saying that, you know, when they broke up, he stole all her money, took the company, emptied out the bank accounts, changed passwords, did this, that, and the other. I don't know the whole story, and I've been trying to pull this thing together for a minute. But what I do know is that both of them are gone. And you know, this used to be the show that came on Lifetime. It was called Snapped. Snapped. And she snapped. But that's why over here, I really try to tell people, to the best of my ability, that it is okay to start from nothing. I don't care if you're 10, I don't care if you're 20, I don't care if you're 30, I don't care if you're 55 like me. If you got to start over from scratch, you're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. It will work out. But what you don't want to do is, you don't want to make a decision that is going to destroy you and everybody around you. And I understand she had a ton of money in the bank and he took it all. And she was fighting him. She was suing him. She's about to lose her home. And she grabbed the pow. Now, is Texas, this is in Texas. Are they an open carry state? I don't know. I don't like pows and I don't want one. But I know she got a pow. And she went into the barbershop and she let loose. She let loose on him. She lost it. She snapped. Thank God nobody else was hit. But then she went to go leave the barbershop. And then she saw the cops were there. So she let loose on herself. He was pronounced on the scene. She was pronounced at the hospital. 2 lives gone over money, pain, hurt. Sad. Well, listen, people. You know what time it is. I started this live a little early initially. I said 9, then I upped the time because we got to get things started. Because the storm trying to stop me from being great. But I couldn't let it. So if y'all just coming in, Diva had to pivot from out her kitchen and into her dining room. But we doing this. The show must go on. So y'all know what I need in the chat, right? I need a what? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. It is Monday night trending topics, and we got stuff to talk about. The title's called Family Matters. We got Columbus Short putting his hands on his wife. I don't know who didn't get. Maybe somebody need to resend the memo. Everybody, keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. We got the Brooklyn Brawl. Keep your hands to yourself. There ain't no way I'm going to be out in nobody's street fighting over no parking space. You know, when I went to New York, me and my girlfriends, we already knew we ain't going to be driving around on the street looking to see if we can get street park. No, we're going right in the lot. Is it going to cost us a whole arm and a leg? Yes, it is. But guess what? We'll have a place to park. In this credit chance, very sad tragedy. Let me bring the people on in. Hey, Julius. Hey, Savannah.
Hey, y'all. Hit the like button.
Hey, Katrina.
Hey, Diva. Hey, panel. Hey, chat. Choo, choo, choo.
Choo, choo, choo. Hey, Wayne. I'm trying to bring Wayne in. Honey, this computer need to stop. Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Diva.
All right, y'all. Yeah, come on, Lakeisha. The storm ain't going to stop the diva. I'm glad y'all like my background. This is my dining room. I'm in my dining room. But anywho, let's, you know what story do I want to stop? Maybe I'll start this. Oh God, this story is long. Maybe I'll start the credit champs tragedy story. Just because the videos are probably going to slow down my computer, then I could knock them off the computer. So we'll start there. So hold on, let me share screen. Come on, computer, be nice. Be nice. All right, so all right, so let me do this because one of the videos kicked out. I'll bring it back up as we do something else. So, like I said, with this story, there's a lot of moving parts. Try to stay connected, okay? Credit Champ CEO Todd Austin powed and unalive in Salon MS, okay? Watch your words in the chat, please. Tragedy in Arlington. Credit Champs founder fatally powed by alleged ex-girlfriend during a haircut. Yesterday morning, July 11, 2025, a devastating incident unfolded at the Salon and Spa Gallery in Arlington, Texas, thus resulted in the unaliving of Credit Champ CEO Todd Austin. Authorities have confirmed that the 37-year-old businessman was shot multiple times while receiving a haircut by his ex-girlfriend. So the ex-girlfriend wasn't given a haircut. She's the one that powed him. 37-year-old Timon Michelle Williams, who later turned the pow on herself. So they're saying business leader targeted during routine business. According to the Arlington Police Department, Williams entered the salon located at the 7800 block of South Cooper Street around 10:15 a.m. Surveillance and eyewitness report indicates she walked directly to the barber suite where Austin was getting a haircut and opened fire. Williams attempted to flee the scene upon noticing arriving officers. However, she ultimately re-entered the building and fatally powed herself. Austin was pronounced dead at the scene. Meanwhile, Williams was transported to a nearby hospital and later succumbed to her injuries. The incident is being classified as a MS stemming from a domestic dispute. Authorities have stated there are no other suspects or threats to the public. Victim was a respected entrepreneur. Todd Austin was widely known in Texas and beyond as a founder and CEO of Credit Champs, a credit repair company with a growing client base. His social media often reflected a life of success, therefore featured branded vehicles, motivational content, and messages about financial empowerment. Many admired Austin for his dedication to helping people rebuild their financial lives. In addition to his business accomplishments, Austin was also a father. His death has left at least one child orphaned, sparking an outpouring of grief and concern from the local communities and supporters online. The person who did identify as ex-partner and mother of his child, Timo Michelle Williams, was confirmed by police as Austin's former romantic partner and the mother of one of his children. While little is publicly known about her professional life, her relationship with Austin had reportedly ended prior to the powing. Social media speculation, while unverified, has included rumors of infidelity, even health-related accusations as contributing factors. However, police have not confirmed any motive beyond the content of domestic tensions. Some posts suggest Williams may have tracked Austin's location before carrying out the attack, though this is also remains unverified. A video montage fills online reactions. A video originally posted by Raindrops Media One, an account known for viral news and entertainment, has brought massive attention to the case. The video is a 1 minute and 23-second montage. As a result, it is presented in a TikTok-style format. It includes lifestyle clips of Austin posing with luxury vehicles, working on his laptop, and engaging in business branding. Overlaying these visuals is a narration describing the incident as a MS. Dude was getting his hair cut. Woman came in and shot him while in the chair. She ended up deceased. Someone shot her. but police didn't. 2 people deceased. No footage of the shooting is included. However, the video emotionally charged delivery and visuals sparked a wave of engagement. As of this morning, the video has amassed over 2 million views. In addition, it has more than 9,400 likes, 1,360 posts, blah, 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 blah. And so it went viral because, you know, this has been all over. Definitely a trending topic. Community shocked as DV debate intensifies. The incident has ignited a widespread conversation online in an Arlington community. While many have paid tribute to Austin, calling him a credit guru and a committed father, others have focused on broader issues. The tragedy has highlighted the prevalence of DV and its often overlooked impact on men. Posts like women abusing men is serious and everyone thinks it's funny, and you can really even feel safe getting a haircut anymore, have gone viral, prompting discussions about relationship safety, toxic dynamics, and gender-biased violence. Some users even liken the incident to the 2009 unaliving of NFL quarterback Steve McNair by a romantic partner, therefore drawing chilling comparisons. I will say, although that was sparked, as I show you more footage, you're going to see that, you know, people have different sides to this story. Data underscores alarming reality of DV. According to the National Coalition Against DV, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. Most public attention focuses on female victims. Meanwhile, male victims remain a significant yet often underreported demographic. Experts emphasize the tragic outcomes like the Austin Williams incident underscore the need for stronger intervention systems, increased awareness, and better support for people of any gender experiencing DA. Okay. Funeral arrangements and ongoing investigation. No official funeral details have been released for Todd Austin or Timo Michelle Williams. Arlington police continue to investigate, although early indications suggest no outside parties were involved. Authorities are also examining whether any warning signs were missed and what protective measures could have prevented the fatal encounter. In the meantime, Credit Chance has gone silent on social media, and many in the business and financial literacy communities are mourning the loss of a figure they viewed as a role model. One viral comment read, "It takes 6 men to carry a man to his grave. It takes one woman to put him there." While controversial, it reflects the raw emotions surrounding this heartbreaking event. Looking ahead, healing, awareness, and preventative measures. As the Arlington community begins to process the shocking loss stemming from this tragedy, support services are becoming more essential than ever. Local organizations are calling for open conversations about mental health, early warning signs, and domestic conflict resolution strategies. Mental health advocates urge friends and family members of those involved in a volatile or toxic relationship to speak up when something feels off. Early intervention, whether by law enforcement, community members, or trusted loved ones, can play a vital role in stopping domestic disputes from spiraling into deadly confrontation. So the goal is to ensure fewer incidents such as these occur. Conclusion, the MS involving Todd Austin and Timo Michelle Williams has not only shaken the Arlington community, but also reunited critical conversations about the silent epidemic of DV. Now friends, family, and followers grapple with this unimaginable loss. So the tragedy serves as a stark reminder that abuse can happen to anyone, regardless of gender, success, or social standing. Beyond the headlines, a child has lost both parents, and the entire community is left searching for answers. The hope now is that increased awareness and systematic support can prevent similar tragedies in the future. So that is one piece of this complicated pie. Let me go now to, you're going to see some prior ring footage of some things that, let's see, happened here. Let me see if I can share a screen. Is this the one I want to show?
Viewers be advised.
Thank you, Julius. Okay, so this is ring footage. I think this is the one I want to show. Let's see if if my thing, okay.
Video of Todd Austin getting kicked out his baby mama Michelle house.
He's trying to get in the house with the cold.
Motherfucker wanna fucking pop me. Shit. You gonna take the cold? You gonna take the cold off the door? You stay, motherfucker. What's the code? Ain't shit. Why the code ain't working? Why the fucking code ain't working? Todd, look at this. Watch this. Why the code ain't working? Watch this. Why the code ain't working? Why the fucking code ain't working? Ain't no code fucking working. She changed the motherfucker. She changed it.
Video of Todd Austin getting kicked out his baby mama Michelle
Accusing her of changing the code to the home. So they lived together. Just to give you a little bit more, they was never married. They lived together. They was never married. And he came back to the home. Let me stop sharing for a minute. He came back to the home, tried to get in, but as he was trying to get in, he either didn't remember the code or whatever happened, and he freaked out. Now, her friend speaks and gives a little bit more to the story. Just give me a minute because my computer dropped it down. I'm trying to pull it back up. As I try to pull it back up, Julius, do you want to start the conversation? And when I get it back up, I'll stop you.
Yes, I'll start. Okay, so as we can all see, looks can be deceiving. And these are the quick catch-22 things that became apparent. Aggression from his end, demanding the code, belittling her. Those three right off the bat. But given a state like Texas and some of the media there in Texas, they are going to frame it a different way. So, the good thing about our panel is that we have the conversation from all sides. Now, I do want to make clear, yes, men do go through domestic violence, DV. But this was DV in the other direction. And given that man's temper, he probably laid hands on that woman multiple times.
Suicide. In fact, they haven't even been together in over a year. When she met Todd was living downtown Dallas under a CPN number. He did not know how to do credit repair. She taught him how to do that, and they built this business, Credit Champs, together. Terroristic threat against her and her son. He threatened to kill them both.
Motherfucker wanna fucking pop me. Shit. You gonna take the cold? You gonna take the cold off the door? You stay, motherfucker. What are you mad for? What's the code? Ain't shit. Why the code ain't working? Why the fucking code ain't working?
Michelle went to Vegas one weekend, and she came back, and all her money was gone. Now, could you imagine having $250,000 or even $500,000 in your bank account, and now it's zero? You can't pay your mortgage. You can't take care of your kids. He's threatening you. He's not giving you nothing for your kid. As well, had a lawsuit that I just won and got paid off a day before the murder-suicide.
Okay, let me just go back. Hold on 1 second. It's just a whole lot. Let me let this finish playing out.
Okay, I'm here to tell the story of Michelle and Todd to clear the false narratives. He did not give her HIV. He was not cheating on her at the time of the murder-suicide. In fact, they haven't even been together in over a year. When she met Todd, Todd was living downtown Dallas under a CPN number. He did not know how to do credit repair. She taught him how to do that, and they built this business, Credit Champs, together. Terroristic threat against her and her son. He threatened to kill them both.
Okay, let me just, I'm trying to kick it back 1 second. Let's see if I could get there. My computer's acting up. All right, I think, let me see if I can get to the other piece of this. All right, I may have to go back to it. My computer's just acting up. Hold on. I'll show you the second part of her conversation in a minute, but let me show you another piece. Like I said, this one just had so many moving parts.
Home, all new for you at 4. A deadly shooting inside a salon and spa in Arlington. Police saying it wasn't random, but a targeted domestic incident that ended in a murder-suicide. Our Nicole Nielsen has been on the scene all day. And Nicole, I would imagine this has been a very fluid situation, but what information have you learned so far?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, police have been here all day, really just trying to piece together what happened here this morning and truly what led up to the shooting in the first place. Like I said, we've been here for hours and we've just been watching detectives go in and out of this spa here behind me. You can see Arlington police still here on scene. They've wrapped the perimeter in some of that crime scene tape as well as the crime scene unit as they just continue to investigate this shooting. But we do want to take you back to this morning when the shooting occurred. There's social media video circulating that shows the moments that officers arrived at the Salon and Spa Galleria off South Cooper Street in Arlington around 10:15 with their guns drawn. That's because when they pulled up to the scene, they say that their suspect, a 37-year-old woman, was trying to leave the building. When she saw the officers, she shot herself and later died. Immediately, officers started canvassing the salon and found a 37-year-old man who was a customer dead with multiple gunshot wounds. A motive is still unclear, but police say they have learned that the two were previously in a romantic relationship. Now, no one else was hurt, but the witnesses inside were clearly shaken today. We spoke with a barber who works in the building but stayed away when he saw what was going on.
Hey, don't go inside. Somebody just got shot. And so I pulled out, came around the corner, saw the cop cars coming in very quickly. They just said that somebody got shot. Basically, that somebody came in and shot a client. And then the cops came in, and I had literally just gotten out of my car right after it happened, because I was in my car listening to music. So the gunshots might have happened while I was in my car, but I didn't hear anything.
Now, as of now, neither of the deceased have been publicly identified by the medical examiner's office. But of course, as we continue to learn more, we will bring it straight to you. Reporting live in Arlington, Nicole Nielsen.
So I will just add more to the story. I'll try to pull it up as I let Savannah speak. But the addition to the story is he emptied out their bank account, which I think some people said $500,000, some people say $200,000 and change. The mortgage on the home couldn't be paid. She literally had zero money because he took it all. Somehow they went to court and he won in court. She even was asking him, please give me something so that, her, the kids and the baby could survive. And allegedly he gave nothing. And I'm guessing she just snapped. Okay. I'm going to try to pull up that piece as the one girl talks about it. But Savannah, let me know your thoughts so far.
Wow, this is absolutely a tragedy. I I'm having difficulty understanding why he's being painted or displayed in the media and social media as they're calling him a CEO and a neighborhood hero, and um, when we clearly see that this relationship has been toxic and full of violence, not just that one incident for many years. I don't believe that that's an isolated incident of them, the what we saw on the ring camera. I think his lifestyle, his flashy lifestyle, may be one of the reasons why she snapped. She probably, that's hard. You build this relationship with someone, and then he leaves you for, according to social media, he had already was started another relationship with someone, and that's what started some domestic disputes over the past couple days leading up to this incident, being that he had taken all the family finances and she no longer was going to be able to live her lifestyle. As women, we need to start learning to protect ourselves, both mentally, physically, and financially. There should always be, you should always, and I learned this later in life, have my own separate bank account, my own pocket of money. There's the house money, and then there should be my money. And we don't learn that. We don't learn finances in high school, and not even in college, how we should be protecting ourselves. And not too many women really look out for their well financial being. She helped this man, according, I did see a couple videos of friends and family on social media of how she was more of the behind the scenes mastermind of this business, and but he was the more flashy social media presence and community presence. So unfortunately, she left two children behind, and a broken family and community. And it's just absolutely heartbreaking that she ended up unaliving herself. She couldn't fathom being locked up and in police custody, so she decided that it was best for her to end. That I just can't understand how she would come to such a rash decision like that and not think of her babies. It's unfair. I can't imagine how she would come to that decision, but I think there's going to be um, some other ties to the story that we're going to find out. Was this a legit business? Was he a con man? Because he really didn't have the credentials to do this. So I think there's going to be more coming out on this story, and mainly just social media.
Yes, it's very sad. And how he was able to just deplete all of her accounts like that. Usually when you have a joint account, you can't just remove somebody's name off of it or do too much too crazy without the other person's consent. I feel for her, but yes, you are correct. It's just so many moving parts on this. And I think also when it came to the business, her name, I think, wasn't properly on it like probably it should have been. And that's why he was able to move the way he allegedly moved, according to what's on the social media streets. Wayne, your thoughts?
I was just thinking, this is what rage looks like.
Mm,
Overnight, you're wiped out, and
mm,
it's from the person you built a business with.
mm,
You know, I think his the way he banged down that door. He showed a lot of rage to her,
mm-hmm.
and I think when she went there, I don't think she had intentions of taking her own life.
Mm-mm.
I don't think, because I think she, with her in that rage, and I'm not, it's not like in the heat of passion, but I think in that rage and all the things, I think he probably has, committed DV on her or whatever. And she couldn't take it no more. And I think taking her down to where she couldn't even pay her rent, mortgage, whatever it is, that was the last straw. And this is what real rage looked like. This is not the rage. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. No, they do it. And this is the aftermath. They don't think about nothing else but that act they're about to commit. Everything else is just a blur. Family, nothing. They're not thinking about anything else.
They seeing
That's
red.
the kind of rage.
Yeah, you said it correctly, rage, and they're seeing red. They're seeing red. It's very sad, but it was like he, and then they said with the money he took out of, this is all alleged because there's other people saying it. The money he took out of their joint account, he went and bought one of those cyber trucks and then put the name of the company like logo on the cyber truck, and so. And then the one girl that was talking said that, her Tesla, the air wasn't working. Everything just crumbled just like that. And he was out like living his best life. And like I said, also, it's said that in total with their child that they have together, that he got 9 kids. It's a lot of kids that's now fatherless. So just bad decisions all around. Katrina, your thoughts?
Yeah, he scared me just by him hollering through just by me listening to him through the phone. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he's banging on that house. The lady trying to show him that the code wasn't even changed. He wasn't even listening to what she was saying. And everybody's saying like how good of a man he was. And I'm not saying because he got all these different baby mamas that he wasn't a good man, but based on what we just seen right here, I can't say that he was. And I'm not going to speak on the dead because I don't know. But the thing of this lady was broken. You've taken my money. I don't know where I'm going to sleep. I can't pay my bills. And you out finessing with another woman? I mean, come on. And this is the business that I helped you build. You didn't just build this by yourself. We built this together. And then you take everything from me? I mean, like, be for real. You not giving me nothing. The court said you can have it. And I'm gonna tell you something just like this, y'all. I mean, I can tell anybody what to do with their life or anything like that, but credit repair services is really a ripoff. You can cure your own credit report. If you got something on your credit report and you want to dispute it between the holidays. Because see, they got 30 days to reply. If they don't reply back to you in them 30 days, they automatically have to take it off your credit report. You can build up your own credit report. And don't do like no disputes and stuff like that during like the summertime because they're always in their office. You do it during the winter times, through Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatsoever, when they're not there. And they have to take it off your credit report if they don't reply within 30 days. But anyway, um, this, like I said, this lady was broken. And no, I don't think she went there to unalive herself. She went there to unalive him. I mean, you've taken everything from me. And then she just had a child from him, if I'm not mistaken, because the picture I seen that she was pregnant. Um,
She
but
did.
that
They have a child together.
Yeah. And then, that's enough already. I mean, how old was this child? Was she still going through postpartum? I mean, this man broke this woman. He banging. Listen, he scared me, and I'm over here, and he's not alive, and he banging on that door like that. He honestly scared me. So there's no telling what this woman was going through in that done house. There's no telling, and I'm not, passing it off that she should have did what she did. But sometimes everybody can't handle the same situation as other people can handle it. And I always tell y'all what my grandfather told me: never love a person more than they love you, because you always get the bad end of the stick. And now both of them are gone. Them kids is fatherless. Her child is motherless. And now somebody else got to carry on what they have left behind because they didn't handle their business correctly. You got an account with this man. You should have made sure that your name was on that account. Even if your name is on that account, they still can pull money off that account. The only thing about it is they can't take you off that account. So yeah, he can move the money up off there. But baby girl, if we had a account together, most definitely I would still have my own account. I would still been putting money in my own account. Yes, we can have the business account, but I'm gonna make sure that I got a personal account. And like you said, this is all sad. It's sad all the way around. And condolences to both of the families. That's all I got.
Yeah, condolences to both of the families. It's very sad. The one girl that was speaking, she had a part two. I couldn't bring it back up, but she pretty much said that somehow he removed her name off of the accounts. The whole thing is just sad. She said, the girl said that the one that took his life got a $10,000 settlement from the army or something. But either way, she claimed he stole that also. I don't know why all of her money is intertwined, and this is hindsight. That's why it's about everybody else learning a lesson. I don't know why all her money was intertwined and he had access to it. It's just insane. It's just sad. And they said that the one friend was saying that she reached out to a whole lot of family members and friends because she needed help because the home was also in foreclosure because nothing was being paid because she didn't have the money because he took all the money. She said she reached out to friends and family to help her, and only a few people was willing to help her. It's just, the whole thing is tragic. I believe maybe she initially might have even went there, like, I'm going to go talk to him. I'm going to something. I don't know. I think for sure she snapped, but I think probably once she saw him there and she saw him getting that haircut, she really lost it. And she just, pulled the thing and I believe they said she might have reloaded. It's just, either way, it's sad because at the scene he was done. There was no chance of survival for him. When she pulled it on herself, I don't know at what point, but she died in the hospital. So she didn't die instantly. She died in the hospital. And it's very tragic and it's sad. I'm going to go ahead and roll into the next story where this mother-daughter beat up this girl over a parking space, and now they're suffering the consequences of what they did. But at least in their situation, they have the opportunity to apologize and hopefully recover from this situation. So let me share screen. So mother-daughter apologized for wild NYC parking spot brawl at the hundreds of death threats, but victim isn't buying it. Let me take the sound off of there. Let's expand the screen and let's take a listen.
I went to grab some McDonald's for my little one due to parking being crazy in this neighborhood. Insane. I came and I approached the young woman. I said, excuse me, what's going on? But there was no type of communication with the woman whatsoever because all she kept saying is, shut up, shut up, shut up. She did not even give me the opportunity to be like, take the parking, just take the parking. It's not that simple. Take it. She didn't give me the opportunity. She kept cursing me out. She kept degrading me, calling me white trash. Get the you white trash. You're not going to get this parking. All I was telling her is, let's wait for the police. Let's wait for the police. Let's wait for the police to see who's going to get the parking. If we could find out to get that camera to see how I was sitting on my step for 45 minutes, I haven't done absolutely nothing. We were waiting for the police to come. While I was sitting there for 45 minutes, there was a group of people. No one came to defend anything. No one came to break absolutely anything, meaning to push her on the side because the words she was saying, and not only to me, to all the other colored people around me, calling us Mexicans, calling us that were illegal here, a bunch of insane things. Then she was disrespecting my daughter, misgendering her, calling her a man, calling her a tranny, calling a transvestite. I don't know the words that this woman that came out of her mouth. It was unbelievable.
We need to make that clear though. She started the racial comments.
Right.
I was just thinking about my mom, you know, because I know the parking was being held for her. I just, for the safety of my mother, I wanted to see what was going on. The moment my mom had arrived and approached her calmly, she just started calling her racial slurs, threatening her, calling her old, ugly.
She wouldn't shut up. She
The
wouldn't
whole
shut up
9 yards.
whatsoever, like at all.
The whole 9 yards. So I officially got out the building and I slightly approached her to see what was going on. And I was like, what happened? Because, you know, these insults were being heard by everyone for a whole 30 minutes straight. She wouldn't like stop yelling. And I would understand if we reacted that way for a parking, but it wasn't for a parking. It was the way she approached us and provoked us for a whole 30 minutes straight till the 45-minute mark where we got arrested because we were just only sticking up for ourselves.
I regret that. It was very wrong of me to do. Very wrong of me to do. It wasn't right. It wasn't right. I regret it. But to get humiliated and mentally abused for 45 minutes, her calling me names and provoking the situation.
I apologize for approaching myself the way I did after being provoked. It's not the answer.
And she knows the truth. I have hundreds of calls, death threatening me, telling me how they're gonna come and kill us, degrading my daughter, misgendering her in the only horrible way possible. I never in my life has experienced such trauma. And not only that, I have my little one and I have appointments and I have surgeries coming up. I have a daughter. My mom is older. I fear for my life. I've been threatened. I haven't been sleeping since I got out of jail. I haven't been able to rest. I have not been eating. I've been feared for my life.
I haven't slept in days.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten anything.
Look how we're living.
I haven't got to step outside. I usually don't ever step outside, but you know, at the moment prior to this this situation that happened, I was just starting to feel comfortable in my own skin to step out, and I can no longer do that. And God knows how long we'll be able to get that chance to be safe again or feel safe in our own environment. Trying to break into our building is not the way.
Right.
Hundreds of death threats is not the way. Coming for my disabled brother that can't walk, can't fend for himself, he's only 12, is not the way.
I'll never do that again. Ever. I learned my lesson. I will never do something like that again, and I will never condone something like that ever again. You want the parking? Take it. It's not worth this. This is not worth it. It's not worth it.
We were actually inspired by someone from down the block and someone that actually lives from our street to put out a street cone so that we can like save parking. It wasn't intentional to really block or make traffic or not let people park where they rightfully should, but out of that inspiration and the havoc of having crazy parking situations in general in the Ridgewood community, we just felt inspired by others to also be a part of that, but it wasn't meant to hurt anyone.
Right.
Oh, this thing was loaded. Okay. So a mom, I just need to pause this. So a mom, daughter duo charged with ganging up on a Big Apple co-ed in a slur-laced Queens parking spot brawl are being pelted with online unalive threats and have now apologized for the court on video melee. The alleged victim doesn't want to hear it, she told the Post. I don't accept the apology only because I feel like the apologies are only because of how much outreach the video is getting. And I don't think the apology is wholesome. Pace University student Jada McPherson, 21, said Monday. I don't think it's from their hearts, like deep down, she said, but I just hope they could see what they did wrong and kind of get a better understanding of how to operate or act in certain situations from this situation. The viral video captured on July 7th scuffle in Ridgewood when mom, Andrea, 45, and her 21-year-old daughter, Sabrina, among an unidentified man, jumped McPherson after the student tried to park in the spot the friend was holding for them. They have been inundated with insults and unalive threats over the counter ever since the wild video, which shows them slugging McPherson, pulling her hair, and throwing her to the ground, with both sides hurling racial and ethnic insults at each other. The footage shows. Your monkey B is heard shouting. The daughter is heard shouting in the video. McPherson responds, "You're an immigrant B." Starman then chimes in and yells, "You're an effing slave B. You're a slave for what it's worth." Okay, and this is the victim.
And a couple of days ago, some people had jumped me over a parking space. It was racially motivated because they kept pulling my hair and calling me racial slurs such as monkey and a slave and things like that. But over here, I got basically jumped over a parking space, and it's just very a traumatic situation. So basically, I was getting off of work, and I had pulled up to try and park, and the guy, he basically used the trash can to like block me from parking. So I had left. I was just avoiding conversation because I had already had a long day at work and things like that. So I circled around the block like 3-4 times, and then I came back because it's been like 30 minutes. And then I told him, I'm like, you can't hold a parking space like that, especially if you're not even in the car. You're just holding it with trash cans. So after that, the conversation grew. He got very like erratic, like very like, he just became like, it was no 0, like it was no 0, 5, 10. It was just 0 to 100. Like he blew up really fast. And then after, the video actually started when the person came downstairs and they attacked me. But way before that, it was just me, the old lady, and the man arguing. And as soon as he came downstairs, he was the one that attacked me.
And wow, who is this guy?
He was the only one that helped. He gave me water and everything after the situation.
Yeah, I feel so bad, but I can do nothing.
Yeah, he could barely walk. So everybody in the comments saying that he didn't help. He could barely even walk. So yeah. I don't wrong him at all. But thank you.
I feel too bad.
It's okay, thank you. If you're not here before 5 o'clock, there's basically no parking, and everybody over here works. Everybody has a job because it's New York. You have to keep up, keep a living. So me coming off of work, I always never find any parking. Parking is like a hassle. I'll be here circling the block for hours looking for parking, and I just won't find. I'll have to wait till 3 o'clock in the morning for somebody to move out the space to get a parking spot. That's how bad it is. It's speculations that I dropped charges, and I didn't drop charges. I heard that they were trying to press charges against me. So me and my family are taking basically we're taking full law action. Karma is gonna come, and I like how the community, it even brought the community together more, even as a whole. So it just, things happen for a reason. Thank you for the support. I really thank everybody for the support, because I didn't even expect it to even get this big or go viral. So I really thank everybody for the support. It really means a lot to me. So yes, I do thank everybody for coming out and things like that.
Okay. Let me just make sure that's paused.
If you think
in one disturbing text message the family received since the video went viral, an anonymous goon wrote, "You're ready to die because I'm ready to unalive you and your peoples. You will be seeing me shortly," the text said. "Mark my words, I'm going to unalive all of you." Now, I think this is extreme. All of that is just too much. The mother-daughter duo who were charged with assault and harassment now fear for their lives. I have hundreds of calls, death threatening me, telling me how they're going to come. The mother said in an interview, "I never in my life have experienced such trauma. And not only that, I have my little one, and I have appointments, and I have surgeries coming up. I have a dog. My mom is older." That's just a little picture of the daughter grabbing, the one over this parking space. That someone had her on the ground. I fear for my life, she added. "I've been threatened. I haven't been sleeping since I got out of jail. I haven't been able to rest. I have not been eating." The parking scuffle erupted outside 1828 Putnam Avenue after the mystery neighbor agreed to hold the space by putting a garbage can there while the mother drove her younger son to McDonald's. When McPherson tried to park in the spot, all hell broke loose. Starman claimed McPherson started the name calling and suggested she started the fight. It was the way she approached us and provoked us for a whole 30 minutes straight, she said. So the 45-minute mark where we got arrested because we were just only sticking up for ourselves. Still, the mother and daughter who had their lawyer with them when they spoke to the Post offered an apology for the incident that has them now in trouble with the law. We'll take a look here at the melee. Let's see if my computer is going to act right.
If you think there's just one Miami, think again. You might discover her Miami, a fitnesscape full of kicking, swinging, and steaming. There's the Artventurous Miami that combines vibrant art and one-of-a-kind outdoor adventures. And get your appetite ready for a Miami that's deluxious, equal parts delicious and luxurious. There's a Miami perfect for you, waiting to be discovered. The only question is, what Miami will you choose?
Oh, the black. Look, this is a boy. Yo! Yo! No. They're all getting. Do not. Oh shit! So far.
Oh God, what a terrible thing over a parking space. That's her.
If you think there's just one Miami,
that. Okay, that's her at Better Times there. McPherson, who is still upset about the 3-on-1 assault, says she feels the unaliving threats are out of line and blows the entire incident out of proportion. I just feel like the unalived threats are unnecessary, she said. I don't think the unalived threats are necessary. I just feel the violence, especially to her son, is completely unnecessary. He shouldn't be at fault for something that they did. Meanwhile, the mom says she learned a valuable lesson from this whole mess. I'll never do that again, she said. Ever. I learned my lesson. I will never do something like that again and will never condone something like that ever again. You want the parking, take it. It's not worth it. This is not worth it. Oh, a lot happened over a parking space. Julius, your thoughts?
Okay. Now, I lost a cousin of mine over a parking spot, and it was right outside his house. His neighbor was having a party. He was just parking, going into his house. A whole fight broke out, and he's no longer here.
Sorry.
Now, back to the ragamuffin that had a whole lot of makeup on. To all the ones who ain't prepared for what I have to say, cover your ears. Cover them. But in the video, I seen a whole beard on the daughter. Now that that's out the way, y'all three want to jump her like some goons. Okay. Now, no one should be receiving death threats and everything else. But y'all was itching for a fight. And her mom's statement, which is annoying the heck out of me, is like they kept misgendering my daughter. They kept No, I know what I seen, and I'm LGBT. Okay? I seen a full beard, and then in that video with them speaking, I seen some makeup. So, Mr. Thing, Miss Thing, whatever your name is, conduct yourself. Check yourself. Because when you want to pop out and act like you about it. Now, you shouldn't be receiving death threats. I'm going to stand on that. However, throw down with someone in your own weight class. As for your mama, it seemed that she met her match and the girl gave it back to her. That's what they're mad about. The girl gave it back to her. And if I was the young lady, continue with the charges. Because them trash bags deserve to be put away. I said what I said.
Katrina, your thoughts?
Oh, boo boo cry. Now they're crying, saying that you receiving unalive threats.
Katrina, you giving feedback. You giving feedback. Maybe go out and pop back in. Savannah, your thoughts? Savannah, you there? All right, I'm not hearing Savannah, so I'll go ahead and give my thoughts on it. My thoughts are everybody need to really keep their hands to themselves. This is a sad situation that's going out of control. I do appreciate the one that got beat up, so to speak. I do appreciate her saying that, okay, we got to quit with the unalignment threats because this is going too far. And I think that I don't understand how people try to make a point of saying someone is wrong by their violence, but then you counteract it with violence, okay? Violence equals violence and violence is wrong. So I just feel bad, that the son is getting, these threats. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the daughter that jumped in the fight. That wasn't a fair fight. I'm just going to leave that there as it is. But I'm talking about the young son who the mother took to McDonald's and he's getting unalive threats. It's like, what did he do in this situation? His mother made a bad decision, not him. Katrina, your thoughts? Katrina, are you there? And I will say this also, if the parking is so horrific and it's so bad, not trying to spend the mother's money, but she would have been better off doing Uber Eats or something like that. And she wouldn't be in the situation that she's in right now. So now you're paying a whole lawyer. You should have told your son that, let me get us something that we can order and they could deliver to us because I don't want to lose my parking space. But now you're in all of this trouble over a parking space. But these people that are texting her and that are threatening her life, I think is way too much, and I think it's gone too far. Girl, everybody from the South Bronx went to Queens yesterday to take care of business. Oh my God, it's too much. Increase matters. It's too much. I don't like the threats that they're getting. They were dead wrong because 3 of them jumped on this girl, and that man should have got arrested too because he was punching her too. The one that had the garbage can there, holding the space. So
I do want to say,
yes.
I do want to say, note that no death threats should have been going on. None of them should have been going on, and I stand on that. It should have been a one-on-one, head up, that's it. But they chose to do the gang activity and jumper. That's wrong.
Yeah. Well, it should have been nobody putting their hands on nobody, to be honest with you, Julius. Everybody should have kept their hands to themselves. Okay, so let me go ahead and let's roll into the next story, the last story. And the last story is this Columbus short. He seemed to struggle with something. And because this is not the first time I've ever heard with DV with him. And now it's coming from the soon-to-be ex-wife. Columbus Short's wife, he choked me after drinking tequila. I have injury photos too. So there she's showing her photos there. A judge granted Ada's request for a temporary restraining order, but denied her request for a temporary sole custody of their 2 children. Now, it's interesting that I guess maybe they have to go through a longer court process to get the sole custody. It's interesting that they understood that the necessity to give her a temporary restraining order, but they didn't give her sole custody of the 2 children. I guess they're going to give him an opportunity to get his life together. So Columbus Short's wife says he's been roughing her up for years, and she got photos of her alleged injuries. Ada beeline to the court Monday and filed a temporary restraining order against the actor, claiming he got violent with her as recently as last week. On the same day, he claims she busted her eye open and abused a 10-week-old puppy. In the docs obtained by TMZ, Ada claims she was doing laundry July 7th when Columbus was boozing. And she says he snapped at her and then put his hands on her. And, I really can believe her because this is not the first time that we heard, that I have heard of him having problems as such. Ada claims she had sheets in her hand when Columbus yelled at her. Don't slam the effing door, B. Your mouth is going to get you in trouble. Shut the F up. She says he pushed her, grabbed her, and then began choking her, putting both hands around her neck. Columbus' wife says a neighbor called the police after hearing her scream. My husband is choking me, help. And the request was temporary restraining order against her husband. Ada included photos showing what she says are injuries from other alleged incidents of DV. My heart breaks for her over the recent years, including bruising, scratching, and a black eye. The filing comes on the heels of Columbus getting a temporary restraining order against Ada for an alleged incident he claims happened on the same day she's referencing here, as we first reported. Columbus claimed Ada pushed and kicked a puppy and then busted his eye open, drawing blood. He says cops came and arrested her. She notes in her filing police came, but doesn't elaborate. Ada claims Columbus has been abusive in front of their kids, and she says he's been arrested for DUI and has a severe drinking problem. She says he boozes daily and becomes violent and belligerent. She says she doesn't think the kids are safe when he drives them or when they're alone with him. She wants a judge to order Columbus to stay 100 yards away from her and the kids, though, as we're told, Columbus already has a temporary restraining order against her. So this is a he said, she said situation. I think it's probably DV all the way around. When relationships are volatile and the people stay for a long time, it's usually both of them are, at some point, maybe one of them in the relationship is like, I'm tired of getting hit. I'm going to fight back. And then the whole relationship just becomes very volatile. My heart breaks. This is devastating. This is a hot mess. Julius, your thoughts?
My heart breaks for the babies.
Yeah.
For the babies, my heart breaks. Now, the two ragamuffins that are supposed to be parents, they both ragamuffins. It's the he said he pulled my hair. She slapped me in the eye. She kicked me. He punched me. I'm sick of it. These ragamuffins. And they both doing it to each other. But my heart breaks for the babies. Those are the true victims in all of this. Now, you do have women who do snap, like in the first story. That's actual DV. This here, it seemed like mutual love and passion in Mortal Kombat to me. It's a hot mess.
Katrina, your thoughts?
I'm sorry about that, Diva.
You're fine.
I'm thinking that obviously his wounds must have been worse than hers, or if she didn't show him to the police when he got there, because if the police would have seen marks on her as well, both of them would have went to jail. Not just, well, I'm not saying jail, but she would have got a restraining order or something as well. But you get more time for kicking a puppy than killing for unaliving a person. These people are crazy about these pets. Um, the thing of it is, and she says she don't feel safe with him being with that child. This is not your first time knowing that he's getting drunk and belligerent. So why are you staying around? Why are you sticking around knowing this is his motive? You sticking around for a reason. And I'm not saying she don't love him or anything like that. But if you already know that this man is abusive And I know they want to say the Stockholm syndrome and all that type of stuff, but now you got children to think about. You saying that you don't feel safe with the kids, but you still stayed there until this incident came out. You should have been left, or he should have been left. You should have asked him to go into rehab, which I don't think, I'm not telling people how to live their life or anything like that, but I'm just saying, you've said yourself that you don't trust him with the kids in the car and all this type of stuff. So why are you allowing the kids to be in the car with him if you know that he's a drinker? So you want your kids to be unalive in case he have an accident when you knowing yourself, when you sit up and saying yourself that he's an alcoholic and you don't feel safe with the kids in the car with him. So why are you allowing these kids to be in the car with him? These people are so ridiculous and stupid. I mean, I just don't get it. And it's totally sad. And like Julia said, I feel sorry for the children because the children don't have any say in this. They have to go along with what's going on, and hopefully they can get some help. If she got he got a restraining order against her, so obviously the judge must feel that she is more a threat than he is. I don't know how, because I wasn't in the courtroom, in order for him to get it, but obviously the judge must feel that she's more of a threat than he. So only thing I can say
I
is,
think I think what happened was that day she might have got the best of him, but that was that day. And
yeah,
I think because she recently filed for divorce, I think because she probably started fighting back, so he wanted to call and act as if like she was just
she
this.
did something to him.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. I understand that as well. But and yeah, sometimes you do have to fight back to make your point. And for the other story, Diva, to go back,
Mhm.
she was hollering, saying that she think that somebody gonna unalive her. She's getting the D threats. But what if you would have hit that girl in her head or hit her the wrong way, and
Mm.
she could have been unalive? So don't come up here now saying that you sorry you got the parking spot. First of all, that's not your parking spot. And how you gonna hold a parking spot with a trash can? You was wrong on that as well. So I don't blame this girl. And no, that apology wasn't sincere. You apologizing because you got people coming after you. And no, you shouldn't be getting no unalived threats. But look what you could have did. You could have unalived this person. So sit back and relax and see what's gonna happen because you put yourself in that situation all over a parking spot, which you should have moved anyway. This is totally ridiculous. These people are sick and twisted. And she's getting everything that she deserved. And I hope that girl gets some justice because it could have went a whole nother way. It could have been a whole nother way. But that's all I got.
No, you know what? That's a good point. It definitely could have went a whole nother way because I was a concrete and essentially, and I'm saying this respectfully, there was two men and a woman beating on her. That man jumped in, was punching her. The daughter was punching her. It was just a mess. And the mom. So all of this over a parking spot. Oh God, it's just crazy. Listen, people, this has been Monday Night Trending Topics, Family Matters. Okay, the Diva in her dining room, and hopefully I think it's supposed to be rain all week, but I hope not because I just feel more comfortable doing it in my spot that I'm normally in
Well,
my.
for me, we're going into a heat wave until Thursday. We have a
Really.
heat advisory.
It's funny, and I think we're having rain up until Thursday. Don't quote me, but I do think that's what our forecast is. But anyway, P, I appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me. These were some very trigger warning stories, and for the credit champs, what a tragedy. What a tragedy for the and I said Brooklyn, but it was Queens. I gotta update my title. But you know what, Katrina, you're right. They're lucky that girl is alive, and then they didn't hit her head on against that concrete in the wrong way. And to Columbus Short, like I said, I heard about him before in issues because I want to say he got fired from Scandal for a
He
scandal.
did. He did.
Mm-hmm.
Did. Yeah. He's very abrasive. He's something else. But yeah, he has an attitude, and maybe it was the alcohol or whatsoever. Maybe he started drinking more because he got fired. Because a lot of people wasn't hiring him because of his attitude. They was trying to counsel him as well. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Ooh, ooh. All right, y'all. Thanks for being here. You know the routine. If you ain't hit that like button on the way in, hit it on the way out. Good night and goodbye, everybody. Choo choo.